Hey guys, this is Kamaguno, and today I'm doing a review for Thor Ragnarok. So, of course, with my movie reviews, I do a non-spoiler portion and a spoiler portion. So let's get started with the non-spoilers, and then I'll warn you once we get the spoilers. Now, non-spoiler summary of this is Thor, he needs to defeat Hela, who is the villain of the film. He comes up with a team, tries to save Asgard, and that's the film. Now, what did I think of the movie overall? Now, I thought, honestly, this was probably one of the funniest Marvel movies. I know a lot of people were saying that, and I'm glad it kind of gets to that point, and it wasn't just hype. Because sometimes in Marvel movies, I feel like the humor is a bit forced, but here I think there was some genuine, nice setups for jokes, and the chemistry and the actors just landed the jokes very well. So, I'm very happy to say this was a humorous film. Action was good in the film too, and the characters, for the most part, our main heroes were fun to watch. You know, Thor, and again, mostly because of the humor, he had some solid development. Hulk in the movie has some solid development, and Loki, you know, he's always just that nice, wild card character to have in these films, because you never know what side he's going to take, and they play on the trickster aspect of his character. Now, other characters that I felt like had less substance, Valkyrie being one of them. I think Valkyrie was really just there for the humor. I kind of wish we got a little bit more substance from her. There's some backstory to show at least her motivations, but I really just wanted more from that character. I feel like she was just kind of there as a potential love interest, and that's kind of it. With a lot of these female characters in these Marvel movies, that's what they tend to do. And Hela, our villain, was very mustache twirling. You know, she also didn't have much substance. I mean, we understand her motives of why she's doing the things she does, but you never really connect to her character. I feel like a lot of the information about her was just kind of spit out you. That way you could care about her, but you never really do, which kind of makes the final act not great, but we'll get into that. So overall, like I said, this movie's really funny, and in that regards, it's a fun film. It doesn't really drag for the most part. I think towards the middle of the film, that is definitely the best aspect of it, once we are introduced to Hulk, and he is part of the ragtag team. That is definitely the best portion of the movie. But also, I just feel like, you know, the best way to put this is that it doesn't have a lot of substance, this film, sadly. And, you know, this was so hyped up to be this very important film for Marvel. And yes, there's some certain changes to the Marvel Universe that happen, but nothing awe-inspiring from this film. It's just all set up for Avengers Infinity War. So it's just, again, very much a setup film. So overall, I'm going to give this movie 3.5 stars. It's just kind of in the middle for me. It's kind of what I expected, honestly. I wasn't expecting too much substance from the film with the trailers. I was expecting just to have a good time, a good laugh, and that's what I end up getting with this film. Now, moving on to the spoiler portion. I want to talk about the last act. Why I was saying that Hela was kind of underwhelming is that a lot of it is just explaining that she was the sister of Thor, and there's some deaths that they try to give emotion in the film that doesn't really quite work, like Odin. Odin's death was not very emotional. It's like, alright, he ended up dying, cool. He was very much a plot device just for this whole family drama. And by the end, the whole thing with them moving everybody away from Asgard, and that's how they defeat her, just felt like, it just felt easy. It just felt too easy to do that. In that SpongeBob meme comes to mind, where it's Patrick's idea of just moving the town away from the danger, from the worm, I think it was in SpongeBob. Like, that's what it reminded me of, was that. It's Patrick's idea of, let's just move everybody out of the way, and that's the film. So, that's a bit disappointing, and that's why I say the Act 3 kind of falls apart, and there's definitely parts where I felt bored, and that was the beginning of the film. But once Hulk gets into the movie, you know, you get pumped, there's some really good humor, there's some Avengers references, and overall there was actually some interesting references in the film. You do get a little cameo of Stan Lee, of course, but Black Widow's in the film a little bit. Don't know how I feel about the Black Widow Hulk romance, but it's there. And my favorite one being Doctor Strange showing up, because I didn't expect him to be in the film, and then that Sherlock, or, you know, Sherlock Holmes reference was probably the best joke out of the whole film. People might disagree with me on that, but I really enjoyed it, and that whole sequence was really good, so I enjoyed that. So like I said, giving the movie 3.5 stars. It wasn't bad, a bit forgettable, a bit of a setup, but if you're looking for just a fun time, kind of turn off your brain type movie, that is Thor Ragnarok. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the movie? And of course, on Wednesday, on Comic Frontline, we will have a Media Madness going more in-depthly into the film. So that's at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, Comic Frontline, if you want to go check that out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic You Know. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, in the description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.